All right. Good afternoon. It's kind of early in the afternoon, earlier than normal, but well, I guess what's normal on my afternoons? I never know. I've got some meetings this afternoon, and so thought I'd just jump in here and chat a little bit about letting life get better. Right? I mean that should be our goal, and there's lots of reasons to consider that. One, we have some really difficult times in our life right now. A lot of challenges with COVID and other things, and so I think it's important that we focus on getting the best that we can be as we live this life. And so that's my goal. I hope that's yours. And we're just going to rock and roll. We've been working through, and I'm trying not to keep being repetitive here, but it's just important that you understand that letting life get better is a great question to ask. Probably one of the greatest questions that you can ask. One of the other questions we always ask is this the wisest thing to do? If you can teach your children to ask themselves that question, is this the wisest thing to do? It may save them a lot of grief. And so as we deal with life and it comes at us, we ask ourselves this question: how can I let it get better? It's a game changer in so many ways because it takes the focus off what's wrong in life and who should do what and why things aren't right, and it invites you to have a conversation with yourself about what can you do to let this get better. Not what can I do to make it get better. What can I do to let this get better? Because sometimes letting is simply that we don't stress out over things, that we see it from a different angle. We let it sometimes by removing our hands from those situations, opposed to trying to grab control and make things happen. And so it's a great question to ask. And so we've been asking in the 7 areas of life, right? The areas of fitness, the areas of finance, family, field, faith, friends, and fun. Those 7 areas is really where all of us deal with in life, and everything about our life is involved in one of those 7 things. And so we set goals for that, and I've been sharing with you how we do that. We set 3 goals for every one of those, reduce that down to 7 that right now I really want to focus on, and 1 that's a game changer for me. And to put dates down there, we do what we call SMART goals, and they're specific and they're measurable, and all of those things that you do in SMART goals. And so we do that. Now, when we do that, there's certain things that in and of ourselves is going to prevent us from getting where we want to go and bringing balance to those 7 areas, bringing growth to those 7 areas. We want balance in our life. No one wants to just a workaholic, and that's all we do. Nobody just wants to be just a fitness guy. Nobody wants to be, just all about money. You want balance in your life, and so in order to do that, you have to set some goals, and then after setting those goals, you have to decide, what do I need to clear in my own life. And so we talked about what we call strongholds. Those things that block us. There's fear, there's guilt, there's anger, there's self-sabotage, there's laziness, envy, focus, a lack of focus rather. And we've spent time looking at every one of those. You can just go scroll down my page, and every time you see that little blue picture, you'll know we're talking about something about this. And then we've been looking at those accelerators, and these are the amazing things. These are the qualities that when we unleash in our life, it's a game changer. And so we've seen 3 so far. We looked at the area that we call gratitude, and how important gratitude is, just being grateful for things in life and why that matters. That's a crucial one. Love, another one. Just powerful. When you and I become others oriented, we regard others as more important. We choose to love because love's a choice, not simply an emotion. When we choose to love, it's incredible what that does. Same thing about discipline, which we looked at yesterday, and what it means to have good old-fashioned discipline. Today, if we're going to talk about integrity, and that's kind of an interesting word that has a couple of different variations to it. And let me just talk to you about it. Everyone likes to think they have it, right? Oh, I'm full of integrity. And no one wants to believe that they're dishonest or they're irresponsible. So, of course, we're all going to think, oh, yeah, I'm good. And while that may be true in your own mind, you really should take stock of kind of where you are. It's said that character is who you are when no one's looking, and then that's true. Character really is about who I am when no one's looking. Not because there's a game that I can play, right? But my integrity is evaluated by those that I serve and I'm friends with. Does that make sense? So I can have really good character, but if someone perceives me differently, then that's my integrity. And so it only takes a couple of missteps in order for that to happen. Now, I'm not saying that you let that dictate everything you do, but you should at least look and determine, what do others think about you? Do they see you as trustworthy? Do they see you as truthful? Do they see you as generous? How would those in those 7 area circles, how would they treat you? See, the Bible uses the word blameless to talk about integrity. That's kind of the word that it uses. It's the word aneglitos. It means one who's not been called to account. It means no one's brought a bad charge about them, right? So you're blameless if no one's got anything that they're going to say bad about you as it relates to your character and moral failures. That simply means that no one's accused you of anything. Now, there's a stronger word than that the scriptures use, and it's the word that we call above reproach. That's the word anepilambano. It's a compound word, anti, not, lambano, take hold of, one who cannot be taken hold of. What that means is you kind of have a Teflon deal. If someone says, oh man, Randy's a liar, I will have lived my life in such a way that no one's going to believe them. No one's going to believe Randy's a liar. So that's an above reproach. Blameless is a great goal. Above reproach is a powerful place to be, where you have lived such a life that people can't find fault with you. Now, I wish that were true in my life. I think it's true in large measure. But listen, I've blown it big in so many different ways in the lives of other people that I can see some people going, I can see Randy doing that. Well, that's not a good thing. So we want integrity because it helps us. It helps us in our friendships. When you can't trust your friend, you're not going to call that friend. When your friend, oh yeah, I'm gonna be there for you, and then they're not, right? Same thing in family. Same thing in money. If someone loans you money and you didn't pay it back, or they loaned you a car and you didn't clean it up before you gave it back, those kind of things, it creates friction, and wherever you have friction, your life is not going to be that which you want it to be. And so this integrity issue is a big deal. The scriptures, Proverbs 11:3 says, the integrity of the upright guides them. The integrity of the upright guides them, but the crookedness of the treacherous destroys them. Our integrity and our uprightness is what guides us to do the right thing. But those who are treacherous, it destroys them. You're always going to get caught. If you're just conning people, playing a game, you're going to get caught. Proverbs 4:25 and 27. Let your eyes look directly forward, and your gaze be straight before you. Ponder the path of your feet. Then all your ways will be sure. Do not swerve to the right nor to the left. Turn your foot away from evil. There's this concept of just, I'm going to stay on the straight and narrow, right? If I say I'm going to be somewhere, I'm going to be somewhere. If I say I'm going to meet you at such a time, I'm going to do that. If I say I'm going to do something for you, I should do it. If I say I'm going to borrow, you loan me money, I say I'm going to give it back to you, I should do that. Some of us have messed up, though, right? I mean, you can think of your life right now and you're going, man, I can think of a few things where I've kind of blown it. Hey, you know what? It's okay. There's hope, right? There's no perfect person in this world. There's no one whose integrity is spotless. Everyone has failed. Everyone has messed up. What we don't want is for a pattern to develop there, a habit of that, right? That's the issue. All of us are going to make a misstatement or an intentional lie. All of us may do some immoral thought, if nothing else, or an action. What we don't want that to do is become a habit of our life. And so some of the ways that we can gain that integrity back, is that we have honest conversations with people. I've learned that it's helpful for me to go ahead and share with new people sometimes some of my struggles, and where if I'm pursuing them as a friendship. Hey, look, here's some things that in my past. I'm going to say those things. I've got some things in my past, right? All of us do, and sometimes they're known. And so I think it's important to have honest conversations with those around you. And listen, I don't always say that to everybody, but there are those that I feel like I need to. But listen, if I've done something wrong to one of my friends, I'm going to apologize. I'm going to apologize for anything that's compromised that relationship and that trust. Once that's done, I'm going to move on. So if somebody says, oh man, you told me last time you were going to do this and you didn't do it, I'm not going to make an excuse. Integrity would say that you own up to it and you go, yeah, you know what, I did. I mean, I'm sorry, but I'm going to be there this time. But we better be there, or we end up being that little boy who cried wolf, right? The second thing we do, kind of that integrity accelerator, it can propel me to a life of balanced growth and purpose in a hurry. I think there are three things that we ought to do. One is when you make a promise, keep it, right? Be a person of your word. Let your yes be yes. Let your no no. Get this ingrained in you. Don't oversell. Listen, people with personalities like mine tend to oversell everything, and I've found myself in trouble over doing that. Oh yeah, we're gonna do that. Oh yeah, sure, I'll do that. And then I realize, oh man, I can't do that. I don't want to do that. And so you can become that person if you're not careful. Let your yes be yes. Let your no no. Second, always speak the truth. Don't shy away from it. Don't shade it. And I don't mean brutal truth. I'm just talking about truth. Just say, look, man, I'm not gonna be able to make it today. I'm not gonna do that. Or hey, I'm not really interested in that. Just speak the truth. And the third thing is that we just be careful who we hang around, because we become like the people we hang around. If we hang around people with zero integrity or little integrity, we will end up catching some of their shade, and that will reflect on us. And so, but integrity in the area of finances, it's a powerful thing, right? I mean, listen, if you say you're a generous person, but you're never giving anything to anybody, be honest with yourself. You're not a generous person, and then choose to be that. Same thing in the area of your field, work ethic. There's integrity there, doing what you say you're going to do, be on time, all of those things. Man, I'm always having to deal with some of my employees who are either chronically late or whatever, and so you just have to deal with that, right? Integrity is a crucial issue, and so it's that way in every one of these issues. One of these 7 areas, every one of them. All right? Hey, it's good talking to you, man. Tomorrow we're going to talk about passion. Now, that's different than love, and it's a game changer, too. Man, when you got passion, you're going to blow it out. All right? Man, you guys have a great afternoon, and Lord willing, see you tomorrow.